Helps if you put the microphone in the microphone jack and not the headphone jack, you douche. I'm gonna have an ass counter. I'm gonna put it somewhere anyway. How many times can I say ass in this video? A couple of videos ago, I explained how my buddy Pete wants to learn about photography, videography, all that stuff. And I managed to ramble on for something like 5-6 minutes when I could have just said, get a prime lens and open it wide up and your photos will just look cooler. I'm gonna try not to waffle as much this time. I'm gonna talk about perspective, more specifically, getting on your ass. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I do not even remotely claim to be like a good photographer. I will never say, check out this photo, it's awesome. But there's a couple that I've taken where I think, I like that looks pretty cool. You might be able to tear it to shreds in 2 seconds. That's fine. Take a look at, okay, let's go with, pretty much my favorite photo that I have ever taken is this one here, Brooklyn Square in Belfast. It was night, it was rainy, and you know, this all looked kind of cool, and the average person who looks at that and says, oh, that looks kind of cool, would get their camera, or more than likely their phone, and go like this, snap, and they would take a photo like that there. Whereas, without sounding all pretentious about it, what I would do, and what I think most photographers would do, is this. They would get on their ass, they would put their camera as close to the ground as they can, and they would get some nice big, what would you even call that, foreground, I guess. Totally changes the whole look of that photo. If I zoom in on this, I mean, yeah, by all means, that framing of just like her and the traffic light and a little bit of the ground looks kind of cool, but what I love about that photo is just all that foreground of the ground. So let's go to Glasgow. The more I look at this photo now, a couple of months on, I'm not the biggest fan of my edit. Anyway, I do think this is a pretty cool photo. Once again, I am in the middle of the road, bent knees, ass on the ground, getting wet because again, it was a rainy day there. And again, if I zoom in and I just took the photo like that, again, pretty cool photo. I'm happy enough with that, but I just love that massive amount of foreground simply because all I did was get down and shoot the ground. I'm just going to stick up a couple of photos here that I've taken where I think that approach has improved the photograph. I'm not saying they're brilliant photos, but I definitely think that approach has improved it. There's one in Brussels. That's like a subway underpass type thing. I chucked that water on the ground just to make it look kind of cool as well. I mean, you could look at that photo and say that is far too much foreground, but in reality, it's actually the foreground that I think looks cool. Here's one from Boston that I actually really quite like. Another one in Belgium that I really quite like. I actually genuinely have really quite a soft spot for that photo there. Again, on my ass, looking down the tram tracks in Edinburgh, that was like the first photograph like that I ever took, and I thought I was such a badass. I thought like, oh, this is so illegal. I might get in trouble if I'm seen doing this. And now I do it without even blinking an eye. So again, that one completely improved because I was on my ass. Back to Glasgow, on my ass. Belfast, on my ass. So you have a really quick tip if you want to improve the likes of your street photography, get on your ass.